Hi everyone, I am Lady Stars and Fire. Real name, Michelle Espinosa. And this is our weekly rune forecast reading for September 27th until October 5th. Now before I start with the runes, I need to tell everybody, I've been getting a lot of the sense with Spirit as they've been communicating with me of pepper and of clove. This usually is banishing or exorcisms. Now, for what I'm about to say, see, that's a good thing. See, Spirit has been giving me a lot of different insights. The reason I'm smelling that, as for what I'm talking to you about today, is because we are banishing or exorcising a lot of what is no longer good for us. Now, when Venus went retrograde, the wind's going crazy with me. When Venus went retrograde, she kind of hit hard in the heart and made you notice some things for self-worth, some things that didn't work out, some things you could have done better, or at least differently, that would have been better for you and your life and your upcoming life to be right now. Now, some of us didn't work through some of those denials. And some of us did, but we're still also doing that. The thing is we've got an eclipse coming this week, and that energy is very high. We're also still in Mercury retrograde. So we're still having to really watch our communication, but we are really finding this retrograde is also working with our own communication of our own selves, our soul. That communication of truly listening to ourselves and our soul and moving us in the right direction. So, in a sense, what I'm getting is, if you didn't get all of your work done or fully see it through with the eclipse coming in, you're kind of getting a little smack. Not in a bad way, but going, hey, this is your second chance. See it now so that you can better yourself. So it might be a little bit difficult. You might be seeing that. I have also had Archangel Metatron with me a lot this week about that exorcism and letting go, along with some other angels that was discussing this with me before I came out to do this video today. Take the doubt out of the things that you're trying to change. Always, he reminds me, Metatron does. Take the doubt out. When we doubt, when we worry, when we fear, when we question what is coming, we don't let it happen. It causes it to slow down. So take the doubt out. And I'm also being told, exercise the external. What is not good for you. All of that clutter and confusion and blah, 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 that's just would turn things negative and bring it to you. Exercise that from you right now. That's not what you need. You need to not concentrate on that right now. Let that go. And allow yourself to go inward and work on your inward peace. That will push that out and away. That will help you exercise that or banish it from you, is what I'm being told. And I have another angel also telling me, nothing is ever so serious that the gentle, the silly, the goofy, the zest of fun should be forgotten. Nothing is ever so serious that you should forget that. This is love, darling. Now, starting off the week, we have Sowilo. Sowilo is coming in Howlite. It is also awareness, calming energies, spiritual energies. Sowilo is the sun wheel. It is the time of power being available to you, darling, and the time for changes. I'm being sent directly from my book to sense of self-worth positive course of action. It is an end of stasis or situation and into forward movement. It is your guidance. It is setting goals, pursuing those paths. Spiritual navigations, the beacon, the light, the sun being the light. Loss of that illusion and loss of the ice or the stoppage of moving forward. It is your hope. It is your success, achievement, recognition, and honor. And it always reminds us, too, that education is positive and of good fortune. Now, that's what I was sent to. It is also talking about the revelation of the clear direction. It can also be, for some people, though, a journey over water or finding of one's ways. It's considered the navigation rune. Then we are going to, if I can pick it up, now thieves, which is also coming in awareness. It's got a lot of awareness going on this week. I told you this retrograde was going to be a lot of inward work, but this rune cast is kind of like two separate readings. One is for yourself and one is in a different direction, slightly. Now thieves, like I said, in awareness, calming, and spiritual energies, is determination. It is the need of fire to de-stress the fire. Endurance, survival. I am being sent. Where was I being sent? I could feel it. It is the ruin of overcoming karma, skills of survival, and self-preservation is where I'm being directed to. Every challenge is just a measure of one's hidden strengths. It will also help break addictive patterns. Realize that what you feel you lacked was already in you and already was part of you. It is the changes that stress yourself into realizing your self-reliance, basically. Because that's basically where I'm being sent here. It is overcoming your obstacles that you must overcome. But it is that change to awaken yourself into the great powers that are you. And those changing of your life. It is de-stressing of that fire. It is the fire that banishes the bad and it warms the cold, basically. That's what I was being given for the first two runes. Like I said, the first two are really coming in about yourself. And I said we were going to be doing a lot of self-work right now, which is exactly what the angels were also saying. Don't ever take anything so seriously that you forget to just enjoy and have fun and love and find things silly and allow yourself to have peace and joy in life, or you're missing it. And along with that, find what's important to you. You're still overcoming obstacles. You're still moving forward. You're still finding that beacon in you that's sending you the right direction. You're moving forward. But we are still overcoming those obstacles. And that would be the banishment that we're going to be noticing this week in different situations. Now, part two of the runes kind of take a little bit of a different change, although it does still deal with you, but this could go more into relationships, it could go more into sexual energy, and it could go more into your creativity and your work, your careers, because I'm getting Kenez. Kenez is coming teamed up with Jabot. But we're going to talk about Kenez first. Kenez is the torch. It's the craft. It's cunning. It's fire. It's manifesting. It's your character and it is your personality. Although I am being sent directly to the shaping and the reshaping and those reshaping of the events. It is the transmutation through fire and heat. And I'm being sent through that energy also to sexual creativity or children. So when I say sexual creativity or children, I don't mean with children. I mean like your children that you've given birth to. This is where your love is. This is where that creativity and that manifesting and the personalities and whatnot will deal with your children. Or then it goes into sexual energy, because it's still coming from that same part in you, that gut in you, that where your love resides and what's important and where your fire is. It also points to creativity with craft, but it also deals with balance of cycles. You know, your sleep, your work, your play, your fun. Everything has to have its equal balance, or everything doesn't work right. So it is dealing with your creativity. It is your ignition button. It is your creativity expressed in form. It can control you through your inspiration, through your knowledge, and your capabilities right now. Craft guides, craft analysis, the forge of our own human endeavors. But again, I'm being sent directly, mainly to that shaping and the reshaping and those reshapings of events. And it is coming through the transmutation through heat and fire. So it's going to be the fire in you. What it is that you are trying to release. What it is that you are really working towards is going to start to really show itself this week. Now, that might also come, like I said in the first part of those runes, with, you know, your self-worth. But it might be showing in the way of not just your self-worth, of how you want your direction to go with your career, or with a relationship, or friends, or family even. Because this is a fire element, so it's going to be bringing out that kind of energy. Now, which works perfectly with retrograde right now as well, like I said, we also have Jebo teaming up with that. Jebo is teaming up with us, and it reminds us that it is also the exchange. It is fire. But I'm being sent directly to it is the sacrifice and generosity. It is that marriage of both, for the gift of that is where I'm being sent, basically, of sacrifice and generosity. It is the gift, the gifting price. It focuses on hospitality and generosity. It can make you feel like you as a hostage because you possibly wasn't working together as a team here in a situation. Or it will bring out the special gifts of the situation because you was working as a team. It's like marriage. So this is why I said it's coming with our crafts, our heat, our personality. All of that is rolling into one, but I'm not feeling that it's only with self-worth. I'm feeling that it's going in directions of our relationships with our families, with our careers, with our jobs in general. It is the symbol of what is given must also be given back. Receiving something that was unasked for. It is the gift and knowing of its obligations. Hospitality or hostage. Are you working this correctly? Because if you're not working it correctly, you might be feeling like a hostage in this situation, which is allowing you to know something's going wrong here. It's that shared energy, or it could be sexual magic, sexual energy, magical exchange in general. It is the honoring also of those contracts and of one's given word. Receiving generously and remembering itself, that life itself is a gift to you, darling. Like I said, one of the most important things that I was told last night was not just from, because I've had them with me for the last few days, was not just from Metatron and take the doubt out, but the simple fact of no matter what is going on, how serious it is, how stuck you are in your way of dealing with the drama of this or the deadlines or the just the processes that we have to make every day of our schedule. Don't take everything so seriously that we're forgetting to notice and enjoy the little things, the love things, the silly things, the zest of life. because otherwise we're missing the whole point of it. This is where we also find our self-worth and what it is we truly want. We can't be so serious that we forgot what it is we desire. Hugs and kisses in the wind, my darlings. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope retrograde is not being too hard on you. I hope your electronics aren't going nuts. Mine are. I love you. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.